guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little book chat on some comics slash graphic novels I have currently been reading, or recently read rather. And I still don't know necessarily, like I know when something is definitely a graphic novel, like Persepolis or Mouse or something like that. I don't know what technically counts as a graphic novel versus a comic though. Are comics just like the super small ones? Like, I don't know. Someone educate me, please. Post in the comments below if you can clear this up for me a little bit, because I don't know if the ones I've read count as graphic novels or not. I feel like they do because they're part of like this larger, like, big story, and it reads like a novel, like, and that's kind of where my mind goes with it, but I could be horribly wrong. So first up is Saga. Now, if you watched my vlogs for Booktubeathon at all, or kind of my wrap-up, I did talk about these a little bit. Moral of the story is I really enjoyed them. As I really enjoy everything, I need to stop friggin' saying that all the time. I really loved this world. I got a pretty clear idea of the world, I would say. Initially, I was a little bit confused, or it seemed a little bit muddled. Like this war that was going on. The political stuff was kind of confusing. I feel like I have it now. I understand who's with who, but I still am kind of like, I don't get why. And it was probably in there and I just lost it, or didn't notice it as much, or didn't understand it as well. But yeah, the world was great. I felt like it was a complete world, and it's a huge, I mean, it's the whole universe, like it's an enormous world, but I got a good picture of it. Now the characters, I also really got invested in these characters. I enjoyed them. The main characters specifically, I just love their dynamic. So it's Marco and Alana, and it's kind of the way I understood their characters is that Marco is a genuine, like, badass, but he's like a pacifist. He doesn't want to fight. Whereas Alana, she is a badass. Like, she's sass all the time, attitude. She doesn't take anybody's crap. She doesn't necessarily have as much, like, fighting ability as Marco, but, like, she wants to. She's more feisty. She kind of teases him about being a pacifist. They have a really good dynamic. I really enjoyed their dynamic. I got really invested in their family, their whole family unit. I felt like it was really believable, their connection that they had. I really liked how it was just all about their family, and, you know, protecting their family, protecting their loved ones. That's kind of the overarching theme here, and that, like, war and violence is bad. Is the message I'm getting. I definitely would recommend these if you're into graphic novels, comics. If you never really have gotten into them that much, I would definitely recommend these. If you like fantasy, I never really had myself. I had read Persepolis and Watchmen, and that was really it. So I kept seeing everybody talk about Saga, and so for Booktubeathon, I cheated a little bit and made this the main portion of my TBR. I ended up reading more, but that's kind of why I wanted to, because it fit like all the reading challenges. I don't know how many more there are gonna be. I know there's gonna be more. I'm not sure exactly how many volumes, but I will be looking forward to them when they come out. Next up is this Ama. I'm not sure. I think it's French actually, and there's a version I saw that has like an accent mark over this second A, so I'm not exactly sure how it would be pronounced, but it's volume 1, The Smell of Warm Dust. I just was at the library picking up a different comic, graphic novel, and I saw this one and I was like, hey, whatever, I'll give it a shot. So I thought I might like it. I didn't love it. It was fine. I might read the next one. I might read volume 2. I'm not sure though. Nothing really happened in this. Like, I mean, obviously, it's not just like a whole thing of them sitting around, but nothing big happened. It was all just like intro. Like, it felt like a prologue, if that makes sense. And then maybe it's supposed to, and maybe volumes 2, 3, 4, etc. are like amazing, action-packed, whatever. It just wasn't necessarily my thing, I think. I didn't get really invested in it. I still, like I said, I might read volume 2 just to see if that catches my attention. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. Next up is Monstrous. Again, if you were watching my Booktubeathon vlogs or my wrap-up, you will know that I loved this. I gave it 5 stars. I was thoroughly invested. I saw reviews on Goodreads when I was doing mine. I always am like curious like a cat, and I want to see why people don't like something that I like or why they do like something I don't like. So a lot of people that didn't like this said it was confusing, and I could see that, I guess. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot like going on in this world. I was able to keep up with it pretty well. I'm pretty sure I understood it overall. I really like this main character. She's not like some perfect heroine. It seems kind of like it's gonna end up being like a chosen one type of story, but she's not like all good. Like from this first volume called Awakening, she's definitely got some demons, and it's like her character could go either way right now. She could easily be a villain, and for some of the side characters in it, she ends up being a villain because of things she does. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like your hero might be going around and saving certain people, but then their collateral damage is hurting other people. And I always like a character like that, a main character like that kind of has both of those things going on. And the artwork in this, like, I've gushed about it already, but oh my god, I love it. Like, it's just, I don't want to show too much. I don't want to, like, spoil anything. But yeah, so it's this world. I haven't even said anything about, like, what it's about. In this, it's very much a fantasy. In this world, there are humans that are just normal. There are ancients, which are, like, creature-like, god-like, eternal beings. They have like ears and tails and whatever. And then over, thousands of years or whatever, some ancients bred with humans to create the Arcanics. Yeah, there's the Arcanics, and then there are cats, which speak and have like their own little society, and they're so freaking cute and I love them. And then there's the old gods, which are like wiped out, and they're like these all-powerful kind of monster beings essentially, and they're gone from the world. And yeah, so that's kind of like the setup. And so there is a lot going on with the different like races of creatures. Kind of getting all of that straightened out, I could see being confusing for some people, but I really liked it. And I really like I said, this main character is great. The artwork is freaking beautiful. I am 100% going to be purchasing this and getting the other copies as well. I'm not sure how many volumes are out right now, but I hope a lot, and I hope there's a lot more to come. So that's all for the comics and graphic novels that I have recently read. If you have any suggestions for me based on these, definitely let me know. Ones that I plan on reading soon are more Monstrous. And then also Nimona. I really want to read that. I've heard good things about it. I've had it recommended to me as well. And I'm thinking maybe Paper Girls, since it's Brian K. Vaughan who did Saga. And I've heard some pretty good things about that also. So yeah, let me know if you have any other suggestions that I have not mentioned already. Or if you read any of these and had differing opinions or similar opinions. Always down for discussion in the comments. Thank you for your time, guys. I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.